What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I'm here with a review for Insecure. This is season 4. This is episode number 5. It is titled Lowkey, Moving On. So, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump into this episode review. Alright, you guys, this episode was a really good one. I had a good time watching this episode. You know, at one point in the episode, I was like, hey, that's my shit, and got up and started dancing. So, the episode, we open up and we see Issa. She's at her apartment, and she's just sitting on her bed. I'm like, so what's Issa doing? So then, she goes into the kitchen and she tries to make herself something to eat. And she gets on Instagram and she started looking at photos. And then she goes to Nathan's IG. And then she goes into, his DM. And she DMs Nathan. I'm like, oh, so we just finna just reach out to Nathan. Okay. So then, they talking to each other. And Nathan says to hit her up. So she does hit him up. She says, this is what you meant, like call you, right? He said, yeah. So then they start talking about the block party and everything. And, she asks about, Andrew. She says, oh, he's with your girl. She's like, oh, Molly and my girl right now. She says, things are not good with them. And we see that it was, in fact, what is his name? Nathan, that Issa told that she don't really fuck with Molly right now. Now, let's move over to Molly. We see Molly. Molly is with Andrew. Molly is trying to figure out what to wear to the block party. Now, you can kind of see that Molly is really apprehensive about going to this block party because she's talking about what to wear. Because the weather is supposed to rain. It's supposed to, rain there. And, she's like, so what do I wear? And what do I wear to a block party in January? And Andrew's like, the same thing you wear every day. It's 70-something degrees here, so whatever you usually wear that to the motherfucking block party. So she's like, you know what? I really don't know if I want to go so much to this block party because, I had this big case that I won, and, we were celebrating it, but Issa didn't show up to the party. And I'm like, oh, so you're going to be tit for tat. Because if Issa didn't show up for you for something that you did, it's going to be like, oh, I'm not going to show up and support you in your thing. That's the thing about Molly that I don't like is that she is that petty and she's tit for tat. And he's like, okay, well, shit, we ain't got to go. She says, oh, we're going to go. I'm like, but here you are just complaining about not going. So which one is it, Molly? Make up your motherfucking mind, please, and thank you. That's all I ask is just make up your mind about what the fuck you want to do. Let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So we are at Issa's block party. This block party is dead as fuck. I will say that. It's dead as fuck, and it's full of white people. Although it's supposed to be a block party for us, by us, boo boo. For us, by us. But us ain't there. They are over there. So then we see there is this chick on the stage. She is doing the spoken word. It is horrible as fuck. Then she starts to, sing the Sister theme song, talking about SWV, sisters with voices. I was like, this should be Showtime. This should be like Showtime at the Apollo. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Womp womp, womp womp, womp womp, womp womp, and just get off the stage. So then we see a surprising face is at the block party. Condola's there. Issa and I were like, damn, where you come from? Condola's there to check on the, make sure everything is good with the, the sponsors and everything. And so Issa's like, Issa's just like, everything okay with you? Like, I haven't heard from you in a while. And Condola says, oh, Lawrence must didn't tell you. And she's like, tell me what? She said we broke up. And then when she said they broke up, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, okay, I figured that's what happened with her. And I figured that's what Lawrence was trying to tell Issa last week's episode, that he and Condola broke up. But then the wheels in my brain started working. And I had to ask myself the question. So, you and Lawrence broke up. you and Lawrence broke up. Not Issa, you and Lawrence broke up, but you and Lawrence broke up. So, what the fuck does that got to do with the price of tea in China? Issa is not with Lawrence. You were with Lawrence. Lawrence is Issa's ex. He's now your ex. That was the thing that was keeping a big issue. That was the tension between you two. And it wasn't tension, but that was what was making the situation so awkward between you and Issa, was Lawrence. Now that you two have broken up, there's no tension. So why would you feel the need to ghost her? It makes no sense, does it? Condola's a flaky ass person, and it's not even good business practice either. That's really terrible business practice. So because you and her ex broke up, you stopped fucking with, you stopped working with her. Nah, Condola, I would have, if I was Issa, I would have dropped everything that was in my hand and busted Condola right in her motherfucking face and told her, bitch, is that why you stopped fucking talking to me? What the fuck they got to do with me? Kelly. Can we talk about how much I fucking hate Kelly's ass? Oh my God. So Kelly has met this dude, and this heifer is talking with a fake British accent. I said, oh my God. Like, are you fucking joking with me? So then Issa's assistant comes up to her, and she tells her that the press wants to talk to her. So, Issa's talking to the press, and the woman is asking her, why did she decide to do this block party? Issa said, I wanted to do something for our community, and I wanted it to be about us. And she looks around, she's like, girl, there ain't no us here. It's a lot of them here, but there ain't a lot of us. And then Issa's like, so girl, where can I see this footage at? This interview at? She says, oh, girl, you can find it on my YouTube channel. Issa's like, YouTube? She's like, what's your channel name or stuff like that? She said, well, I ain't even got it started up yet. So she said, girl, you don't went and pay for a whole production team for something that you ain't even got? Motivation, baby girl. Motivation. Terrible motivation, but motivation nonetheless, I guess. I wouldn't have done it. But, whatever. If that's what floats baby girl's boat, let's let baby girl have it. But let's move on, you guys. I knew I was going to do that. Alright, so then we see Molly. She shows up to the block party. And things are really interesting between she and Issa. It's because of that tension between those two. And the fact that they haven't had a conversation with each other. That's the big issue. So then Amal comes in. He speaks to everybody. He didn't speak to... Who was it he didn't speak to? Was it Kelly? Yeah, he spoke to Kelly. Now, you guys remember, I told you Kelly. She with this dude with this fake-ass accent. So Amal goes up to her, and he asks her where she from. And Kelly just had to come up with lie after lie after lie. Then she asked this nigga to the side of her that she with. She asked him about the two branches of government. This nigga said that he said that there's two branches of it, but he got the branches all wrong. This nigga said that there's the presidential branch, and then there is Bank of America. I'm like, nigga, that is a banking institution. My banking institution, but that is my banking institution, but nigga, that is a bank where you put money at. Not the two branches of government. I couldn't with him. I'm like, this nigga must have missed every day of government in high school. Nigga. And these motherfuckers above me. Lord, I cannot wait for this lease to be up. I am moving out of this motherfucking apartment. Like, it is almost midnight here. Son of a bitch. So, Tiffany and Derek. Tiffany, I'm seeing signs of maybe postpartum depression or the fact that she just don't want her motherfucking baby. Because Derek has got a call about the baby, and he tells Tiffany that it's time for them to go. She says, oh, no. You go home to the baby. I stay here. I'm like, girl, your baby. Again, obviously, like I say, Tiffany does not give a fuck about her child. So, Andrew is really enjoying the party. and he defends Issa to Molly because he tells Molly that maybe the reason why you and Issa have been off lately could be could be like what it is with has been with us. Issa's been working so hard to put this together, kind of like you were at work working so hard on your case that you kind of forgot about me. So I'm like, exactly, but that's not the main issue. I think the main issue with Issa and Molly is they kind of cut each other down. They've been cutting each other down lately. Um. So then we see Issa's crazy ass tenant Trina there. I can't with Trina. And Nathan shows up, and it was a little awkward at first between him and Issa, but nonetheless, he did tell Issa that she just because she's freaking out about some stuff, and he tells her like, Issa, just live in the moment. Like, you did this shit. Like, live in the fucking moment. This is something we talked about this last year at Coachella, and here you are now doing the goddamn thing. Like, live in the fucking moment. And I agree with Nathan at that point. Live in the moment. Don't focus on what you can't fix. Just live in the moment and be like, damn, I talked about this shit and I put this shit together and it's badass. Let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So then we see Molly. So Molly goes over there where Issa is, and Molly is kind of trying to make an olive branch at this point. She figured Issa hadn't ate, and she offered Issa the wing. And when Issa's like, girl, you know what? I haven't ate. So then her assistant comes, and the assistant tells her that whoever the big act is, his manager, is there and wants to talk to Issa. So Issa goes, says, and talks to him. And we see Issa having a conversation with him. She got all his stuff that he wants, and then her assistant, her nose started bleeding. She's like, "Girl, I'm just nervous." And then we see Issa's old neighbor at the dunes, the one that will not say a C word for shit. I mean, nigga won't say a C word to save his life. Now, I will say, you guys, that block party looked fucking lit. Because they started to play the wobble, and I was like, oh, doom, 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 doom. Oh, that is my song. Like, anytime I hear that, I'm like, oh, dance floor. And that's what I did in my room. Dance floor. And that's when we see Molly and Issa, they kind of bond over it. I'm like, aw, this is so good to see with these two. But it was short-lived because after, the block party after that, Molly found out that Andrew, because Vince, the artist, his manager, comes up to him and tells him, thank you for, hooking this up for me. You were right about it. And Molly's like, what is he talking about? And he says, oh, I just put him in contact with Issa. And she's like, huh? He was like, yeah, Nathan, because Nathan asked me to, and I just sent him an email. And Molly got mad about that. I'm like, Molly, that's not a big issue to get mad about. Now, you did tell Issa that you told Issa you were not going to ask Andrew to do it, to say, have boundaries in your relationship. That didn't mean she couldn't go to his best friend and ask his best friend. So then we see her, and she goes over there to Issa, and she and Issa just go at it with each other and just dig into each other. I'm like, oh, this is not good. I mean, they just went left on each other. And then they were about to fight with each other until this one person in the background screaming, what's she reaching for? She got a gun? And then all the niggas just take off running. I mean, everybody just scrammed. You would have thought they heard gunshots, but they didn't hear nothing. They just heard the one woman in the background saying what she reaching for? She got a gun. Oh wow, man, that was how do I mean, I'm trying to think about how I feel about this situation between Molly and Issa. I feel like Molly overreacted, to be quite honest with you guys. Like, I really believe that Molly overreacted to that situation. Yes, you said you want to, keep something private in your relationship, but Issa didn't go. Issa did go around you, but I don't think it was that deep. let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button so you guys know when I drop anything else. Share this video, and until the next one, which is going to be Married to Medicine, Los Angeles, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys then. Peace out.